Hey guys, so if you've been following along on our channel, you have seen a couple of videos about our entryway. This entryway originally had a red toile Williamsburg style wallpaper on it with birds and things like that, and it was really pretty, but it was also really old, so it needed to come down. So I showed you sort of like the midway process where we were patching the walls and then when we started painting, but I actually never showed you how I took the wallpaper off, how I do that, what my process is. And really the main thing is how I set up the wallpaper steamer on the floor so that it doesn't ruin the floor. So about, I don't know, a couple minutes into this video, I show you exactly what my setup is and how I do that. It's totally rigged. It's awesome because there's no other way to do it that I have found, and I have taken a lot of wallpaper off of a lot of walls. So here's a little bit of a more full and complete video, start to finish, of our entryway before and through the process, and then at the end I will show you what it looks like now. So I'm gonna get started on the wallpaper today, taking it off of the walls, obviously. Jay already started on this little section, and I'm waiting for the steamer to heat up. It literally takes forever. You just have to turn it on and wait. And if you've never used one before, you'll think that it's actually not working, because it probably takes 10 or 15 minutes before it heats all the way up and then to where it's like hot enough to work. So if you pick it up and you don't hear it bubbling, that means it's not ready. Or if it's dripping, like when it starts dripping, that's when it's working. And it drips the entire time you're using it, which is super annoying, but that's the way it works. Oh, listen. Do you hear that? It's almost ready. So anyway, I'm gonna get started on this wall. All right, so I'm gonna get started. I see steam coming out. It's finally ready. Yep, and it's dripping, so now we know she's ready. Obviously, you have to be careful not to burn yourself. You can see how steamy it gets. It's a little bit dangerous. You do not want your children helping you with this project, or somebody will get burned. You know what? I'm going backwards. So I came up with a method, because I've done this in two of our other houses, like a lot. I've taken a lot of wallpaper down. And my method is actually to go right to left. So I can use my left hand to steam. Hi, I'm recording. And my right hand to scrape. So I hold the steamer while I'm scraping the last piece. But I went in the wrong direction, so I'll switch it up later on. No, I don't want you to get burned.
Hello, people.
Yeah, see, I totally went in the wrong direction. That's super annoying. But we can at least get a little bit of this off. You thought this was gonna be easy, huh? It's not. It's very tedious work, which is why I usually end up doing it, because Jay likes to see quick, fast results, and I can handle doing meticulous things that take forever, and it's just the beginning of the process, actually. You have to be really careful not to like gouge your walls and take all the mud off. We're finding that it's easier to take wallpaper off of plastered walls than it is drywall because the mud gets all wet too and half of it comes off. So I may have to go back and put like a skim coat on. But I don't know, we'll see how that goes. I'm using a plastic scraper again because it doesn't hurt the walls quite as bad as like something really sharp would. So just takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of music, which I need to turn on. So I'm gonna say goodbye for now. See you later.
Thank you guys for watching.
This is the progress that I have made today so far. And it's quitting time because I don't think I can scrape any more wallpaper. And I also need to clean up my workspace and the feet, which have stuff stuck to them because wallpaper is very gluey when you take it off, so it just kind of sticks to everything. Anyway, progress. I wanted to show you my setup here real quick because in that first video, I did not protect the floors enough, and I actually ended up steaming the floors. And when we had our other floors redone, they had to fix the boards in here. That's how bad it was. So after that, I remembered that I needed to have a better setup. So now I've got a rug on the floor, and then I have several pieces of really sturdy cardboard laid down and also kind of shoved up against the wall as much as possible to catch the drips from the wallpaper steamer, wallpaper remover steamer, whatever you call it. I have a box, it's just an empty box, but popped up to set the steamer on because it just pours water when you set it down, and it's hot, steamy water, so that way the box will catch that and it doesn't go onto the floor. And then I also have a stool to set the actual part that holds the water because it gets super duper hot. And I also try to keep the hose on top of the cardboard because it also gets really hot, like will burn you hot. So this is pretty much the worst invention, I think, of all the tools that we use. This may be the worst invention, but it's the only thing that works. That I know for sure. So do what you gotta do. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that I was not lying about the water spilling out, and it's actually spilling down and onto the rug. So I'm gonna have to fix that right away. Okay, so I've added another rug underneath here, and then I put a trash bag underneath in case the water still spills over. That way we at least have a water barrier here. I swear, if somebody could come up with a better design or knows how to set this up, but I mean, what are you supposed to do about that with the water dripping everywhere? It's just so dumb. And if you turn it over and flip it upside down, then it spits at you, which is dangerous. So again, super fun, super bad design. I think I'm gonna come up with something different. Then I'll be a billionaire. Doubt that, but that would be great. I just finished scraping off the last little piece of wallpaper in our entryway. So that's step one. Now Jay has to prep the walls for painting, but all the wallpaper in here is done. That doesn't mean that I'm done though, because there's that I still have to do. And the rest of the little hallway entryway. And the kitchen. So, yeah, not done. Not done by a long stretch, but the entryway is done. So, progress. So this is the next step in the process of removing wallpaper. Sanding down the walls, getting all the glue particles removed. Oh, do you have the chills yet? Because I do. This is my least favorite part of home renovation.
Oh, you said chills.
Is sanding. Yes, I have the chills. Blah. Yes, it does make a nice big mess, as you can see. Which is another reason why I hate sanding so much. So I'm still working on the wallpaper, and I got to this section where there's like these just tiny little sections, you know, around the doors that are a lot smaller, not quite as big of chunks. So the new wallpaper machine that we got, the new wallpaper steamer that we got came with this tiny little attachment, which I thought, oh, that'll be amazing. No, it's not amazing. I don't know who designs these things, but it is absolute crap. Because no matter which way I hold it, steam is pouring out, which means it's not going on the wall where it's supposed to go. It's going onto my hand and burning me, and it's making me really angry. Yeah, I've decided to wear oven mitts. That's how bad this stupid little steamer is. Look at this setup. I know I'm ranting a lot about this, but I just really think that with all the brilliant people in this world, that somebody, somewhere could come up with a better system for removing wallpaper. I've actually been thinking about it, and I have a great design. So if anybody wants to invest in my brilliance, contact me. I did it. I spent the entire day finishing taking down the bird wallpaper, and it is now all gone. No more birds. No more happy little red birds. I haven't showered yet today, which is why you do not see me in this video. But I still have the kitchen wallpaper to remove. Thankfully, it's not nearly as much. But this part is done. Woohoo! So now that we've got the entryway, can you pause? Now that we've got the entryway, all of the wallpaper taken down, Jay is now sanding the walls to make them smooth. There's our child who not likes to be in videos. And I was gonna show you why the walls have to be sanded and patched, because you see that's drywall that has been peeled off because these walls were not prepped for wallpaper, which means that the glue soaked into the drywall paper, and then when you take the wallpaper off, it rips the drywall paper off of the board. So, Jay, that's that guy right there.
Oh, I thought you were asking me a question.
No, he's sanding the walls, getting them even, getting some of the extra glue off. He's the only person in the family that can handle the sound of sanding.
I like that sound.
Oh. Wow.
Do you know where our popsicle sticks are?
No. And then he is going to put mud on.
We have plenty of that in our yard.
He's going to put drywall mud on the walls. Let that dry, sand them down again so that they're smooth, and then we will be able to paint our walls. Yeah, that looks really good. So the walls are smooth now, and now that means they can be painted. Yay! It only took, what, 3 months to get to this point? That's just because I took a really long time to get all the wallpaper off, not because it needed to be that long. We're also going to paint that back wall the same green color so the stairs will sort of be offset. The white trim will pop. This is Farrow and Ball's green smoke green. Yeah, which you can get at Sherwin Williams. They have a bunch of the Farrow and Ball colors there.
Well, you can ask me to paint match it.
Yeah, they can paint match it, but you don't have to like
color loaded in their database.
Yes, you don't have to take a sample in or anything like that. So if you find a Farrow and Ball color that you like, you can go to Sherwin Williams and ask if they have it in their database, because not everyone has Farrow and Ball stores in their hometown. Actually, very few people do, sadly. It's very sad. So, there it is. Ta-da! 5 minutes later, this is our progress update. So we're also doing this like around the inside of the stairwell. Yeah. So it's just like an accent wall, but there's sort of a lot to the accent wall. There's this section all done. It looks so pretty. That's gonna look very nice. I'm standing at our front door right now, so this is the first thing you see when you walk into our house. So that's going to look very nice. And I think we're gonna keep the rest of these walls white because there's not a whole lot of natural light in here, so we don't wanna make it too dark. And then we'll put some kind of, I don't know, something there. I'm thinking some kind of coat rack or hooks or something for guests so that they have somewhere to put their coats and purses and shoes and all that when they come in. And our cuckoo clock goes on that wall, right there on that screw. Yep, and then we might put a bench or something here, or some kind of plant stand or something. I don't know yet. It's coming together though, slowly but surely. Paint update, wall paint update. 30 minutes later. It looks so good. Doesn't it look pretty? Although my only complaint is that it now really highlights the popcorn ceiling, because before the ceiling just blended into the white walls, but now it is super duper obvious. So we're going to have to do something about that, because it doesn't really go with the classical traditional vibe we're going for here. It gives off more of a, hey, I was made in the 80s vibe, which we would like to avoid. So now that you have seen the entire process from start to finish, let me show you what our entryway looks like now. I finally decorated this little area here with an old vintage dresser and some little pieces of decor and an old mirror. And this is our lost and found basket. Whenever we have friends over, they always leave stuff. So that basket is for them. And I love the way this turned out. It's just a pretty little piece when you very first walk in to the room. And we're still loving the green color that we put on the walls as an accent color. And then the rest of the walls are Sherwin Williams, I always forget what it's called, Westhighland White from Sherwin Williams, which is the white that we used in the whole house. I still don't have a rack, like hooks and stuff over here in the entryway for when guests come in. I'm still planning to do that at some point, but I just haven't done it yet. And we have our old rug that we found at a flea market in Prague. Those boxes are not normally there. Just a little IKEA bench for people to sit on to take their shoes on and off when they come in. And this is our cuckoo clock from Germany. And we got for our, I think it was our 15th wedding anniversary, we were in Europe and we got this while we were there. So that's kind of a special piece. We wanted it to have a special place in the home. Sorry for all the shadows. It's rainy outside and cloudy and really dark. And there you have it. I still need to do a video about this space. I did a little bit in this particular video. You saw me doing these tiny spaces around the door, actually ranting about the horrible machine that I was using. But the kitchen is also done, and I have a video about that, which I will show you another time. I will post another time. And that video actually shows a little bit more of the process of how Jay muds and his, why can I never think of the words that I need when I need them? It shows his technique of how he muds. So that will be a little bit clearer as well. I noticed in this video that I didn't really get deep into like how I scrape it off the walls, but you basically hold the steamer on the wall and then you move it to another section and then you scrape that first section off. Like that's it. That's not really any kind of rocket science or anything like that. So I know you can handle it. All the links of the things that we have used are below, and if you have any questions, please ask. I hate it when people give me a thumbs down on a video, but they don't tell me why. Like, why did you not like the video? I could have improved it or asked, answer your question if you had a question, and it would be really helpful to know if you don't like a video, why you don't like it. And if you like it, I'd be happy to hear why you like it too. That'd be great. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope that this video was a little bit more informative than the other two. Subscribe to our channel because we're always posting stuff, and we'll see you soon. Bye.